what we got here is a 1975 4x4, I might say, Chevrolet truck. Now, this truck, as you can see, is in the process of being restored. The owner bought a seat cover for it and had his seat recovered, and I guess he bought some brand new seat belts at the same time. But before he brought the truck over here, I instructed him to do not leave all the interior in it. Take all the interior out, gut the truck out. So he's going to come over today and get the seat. But we are going to restore this car, or should I say truck? This isn't a car. That's a car. This is a truck. So I've done plenty of these trucks. Now, I used to have a 77 Chevy Silverado, and then I bought a 73 Chevy 3/4 ton camper special, and I made one truck out of two trucks. Beautiful truck that it was. I painted it red and white with gray stripes. I left all the trim on it. It was just a beautiful, beautiful truck. And this is a 75, and this truck used to have all the trim that went around the edges here, all the way down like this. And then it came around here, and here's a hole right here you can see. Here's another hole. There's a hole there, and you can see where the trim used to be. Now, somebody welded the holes up on this bed, or possibly put a different bed on it. But this truck originally had all of the chrome that went all the way down the side of it. I mean, it was a beautiful two-tone truck. Here's where the Silverado emblem would go, or the trim band would go around here, and then it comes around here and goes right here. And I mean, just a beautiful truck is what they designed on the old Chevrolet 70s trucks. Now, a lot of people would do this right here. They would upgrade their trucks using late model accessories, such as this mirror right here. This mirror is off an 80s truck, and this is an aftermarket one. And the way I can tell that is because it's very cheap. And look at the chrome on it. This is actually a brand new mirror. You can see the chrome is very cheap on it, cheaply done. And this might even be plastic. Okay, that might not even be metal. But originally, this truck was very beautiful. You can see how it had the chrome on it right here. And it was just a very beautiful truck. This is a four-wheel drive. The owner purchased this truck and did a lot of work to it already. I know it doesn't look like it, but he actually bought brand new wheels and tires. And if we look inside here, let me show you this. You can see that he has brand new shocks, brand new suspension, front and rear. And it's just, you know, a money pit, basically, is what we're trying to say, people. This is a money pit, okay? This is going to be a shit show of a restoration. I'm going to tell you that now. We're hoping that the shit show money pit Chevrolet truck will go good. We're going to have to replace bumpers. These bumpers are trash. They'll be going in the trash. We won't be keeping them. And more than likely we'll have to cut the bolts off with a cutting torch, because that's the way this shit goes on the shit show action. You can see right here, look at this crap. We got chrome coming off of the marker light, so that will have to be replaced. The grill, look at the grill here. Original stainless steel, but can we use it? No, we can't, my friend Pete. That looks like shit. What about the headlight doors? Can we use those? No. They're pitted, they're screwed up, they look like crap. And if you restore a vehicle to the magnitude that we're gonna take this shit show, you're gonna have to replace all that. There's no way out of it, it's a done deal. I believe that whoever owned this truck before, and we're talking probably 10 or 12 different owners, they have replaced body parts on it. I don't even think this hood is original. I don't even think that's an original hood. It does have damage. You can already see where I marked it right here. It's high. We got low spots all over in this area here. I just found this dent right here. And then of course it's got little pits of surface rust. But we're gonna go ahead and attempt to restore this truck right here. I'm gonna show you that. A lot of people call these square bodies. I don't like that name. I didn't grow up calling pickup trucks political correct names. To me, a pickup truck is a Chevy truck or a Ford truck or a Dodge. I don't put all 3 or 4 truck in one category and say square body. The world has come to be a political correct fucking world that we're living in, and I'm not going to join in. As far as I'm concerned, this is a 75 Chevy long bed truck, and it's going to be a truck that is going to be worthy of restoring, and it will be a beautiful truck when we're done. The last one of these that I did was for a guy named Don, his son Cody. It was Don's dad's truck, which would be Cody's grandfather's truck. And we completely went through it and restored the whole thing. It was a beautiful truck. It was two-tone white and blue. Go back into my video sets and watch that. You'll see it's a beautiful truck. We ended up having to replace cab corners on it. And then when I say cab corners, I'm not talking just the little corner there. We literally had to replace this whole section. And there was other stuff we had to do to it too that was very extreme. But the truck turned out beautiful, and I'm hoping this truck's going to be the same way. So now that we've done our introduction on this thing, let's go ahead and get started working on it and get her done. So on most restorations like this, the first thing that I like to do is I like to do it in sections. And we're going to start out right here. We're going to start out with the truck bed itself. We're going to go ahead and remove the truck bed off of the vehicle, and then we're going to go ahead and remove these bed sides. These bed sides got to go. They're going to be taken off, thrown in the trash, and we got to remove the bumper. And one thing that's a pain in the ass on this truck is that it's got an old school fifth wheel ball right in the center of it. So we're going to have to get up under the truck, and we're going to have to unbolt that from the frame, and we're going to hope and pray that that isn't welded on there. If it is welded on there, we'll have to call the owner and ask him what he wants to do. Now, another problem that we have is my friend Pete's here alone. The only help I got is my wife, Minnie, the body shop girl, and removing a bed like this off of this vehicle is going to be a pain in the ass. I'm hoping that Minnie, the body shop girl, can come through and do this with flying colors. If it comes down to making a jig to remove this, I will show you how to make one. It's very simple. It's a scissors type jig that hooks onto the bed rails, and then you take your engine hoist and bam, up in the air you go. You pull the truck out, and it's a done fucking deal. So of course the first thing we need is a box. We need a box to throw all our junk parts in that we're not going to use, like these limbs here. We will not be putting those back on. And then possibly the old nuts and bolts and stuff like that. Now, most of the time when you restore an old vehicle, and I want to go over this with you very quickly, is you would bag and tag. We will be doing that. We will be doing the bag and tag operation on our parts, but on the bed itself, there's no reason to bag and tag. We will just put all of the bed parts in this box, and then we will write bed, 75 Chevy truck bed on this box, and that will be our bag and tag situation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove this bed off of the vehicle. And to do so, on a Chevrolet truck like this is the first thing you want to do is get some gloves. Just like that right there. So we're going to lift the truck bed up, and do you see this hinge right here? Do you see that? We're going to fold that backwards. And then that way that will help that get out, that hinge. And then we're going to go ahead and repeat our process over here, just like this, and take that hinge out as well. Now that the tailgate is loose, we can go ahead and find our opening on the right-hand side of the tailgate where it's actually hinged. And we can go ahead and find that and lift it out just like that. Once we get that done, put our hand right in the center here and then pull it off. Nice and easy. Remember our bed box? Okay, this is what we're going to do. Watch this. We're going to take this baby right here. We're going to go like this. And we're not even going to use these screws when we get done with it, and I'm going to show you why. Do you see that? We won't even be using the screws. And there you go, right there. Nice, good old used tail light lamps. But as you notice, we're not done. And then once we pull that out, you can see we got all our lights here. We're going to go ahead and unplug these. So I'm presuming that these have been on here a very, very long time. So a little persuasion with some pliers will definitely help. There we go. We'll probably be replacing these too. Well, we got all the tail lights off. I went ahead and took the tailgate hardware off. You can see that right here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to crawl up underneath this rat pile piece of shit, and we're going to see what kind of action we got on the bumper itself. So let's go ahead and get up under this thing and see what the hell is going on. And I see that we got a real mess here that is not looking good. We got a lot of rust. A lot of rust, people. Even the bottom of this truck bed is rotted and rusted. I see the nut back here for the fifth wheel ball. Maybe we'll be able to just take that nut off and be done with it. We're going to find out later. What we really need to do though is concentrate on getting this big old piece of shit bumper off of here. And we got one, two, I guess we just got 2 bolts, huh? That's all we got on this is 2 bolts, nuts and bolts that actually hold this bumper to the frame. So we're going to go ahead and try to get those off. They are rusted on there. Looks like we got some kind of jerry rig homemade bracket here for this bumper as well. We'll take a look at that when we get it all off. Okay, we got 3 different size nuts and bolts on this bumper. And I got 3 different size sockets, 3 different wrenches. And of course that piece of shit there, which is our impact. So the bolts on the bumper should be 3/4 inch on the heads, nuts and bolts. But apparently this thing has been replaced more than once probably, and somebody just randomly put bolts on there. Okay, put this away where it goes, and I need a 5/8 wrench. Let's see if we can go from the back side. If our impact will fit in here, that would be nice, because I'd rather take the nut off. Is there a 1/2 inch extension in there? It's always better if you could take the nut off instead of the bolt. Okay, here we go. I saw dust fly. Let's go ahead. And that came off really easy. I'm surprised. And now we can take it over here and get that out. And the reason I had to put that on there, this, that, and all that is because this bumper's been on here for so long it was rusted to it. Oh, shit. People think it's easier working on trucks. To work on old trucks is actually twice as hard as working on a car. And you're actually watching why. Because of this. It's rotted and rusted, and trucks were made for what, Minnie? What were trucks made for?
Work.
Work, exactly. Alright, let me see what it does here. Hang on. Okay, don't move it, please.
I'm not.
Don't even move it. That thing will fall on your foot and break your big toe. Pull it up. Come on. Pull it up. Hold it. Alright, come on. Come on. Come my way. Thing weighs 200 pounds. Let's go. Over here. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Way down here. This is trash. Alright, bring it back here. Come on.
Don't drop it.
I'm not going to drop it, okay? I'm not dropping it. Put your hand down. Why would I drop it? This big giant thing will crack my fucking concrete. Okay, there's the bumper.
Damn, that thing's heavy.
Yeah, it is. Look at the washer they were using. The washer's like 5 times too big for the bolt they had. More than likely, we'll be taking this off. I don't know if the owner's going to want to put that back on there or not. But let me show you how they rigged this up. Come on over here. If you can get the camera in here, look what they did. They took a square nut, some kind of jerry rig system. It's got, that's actually a bumper bolt off a late model truck, and they rigged it on there to use it. And this one's the same way. Look, you can see, look at that square. Stupid. Look at this. Okay. Yeah.
Well, a square bolt for a square body truck.
Okay, we're not calling this a square body. This is not going to be a square body. We're not going to be politically correct. This is a Chevy Silverado.
Ain't no PC here.
Yeah, no PC here.
You're in.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to manipulate my way on loosening this without using that monkey wrench on the bottom, just to see if we can loosen it up. And it doesn't look like anything's going to happen, but oh yeah, that's clearly on there, tighter than a drum. So let's try one more thing. We're going to try to use a breaker bar system, a cheater bar, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can find a cheater bar to put on the end of that where I can get more leverage. Okay, look what I found. We're going to try to use a rectangle tube on a square body truck. Remember when I told you that I might have to use a cutting torch to get these bolts off? Well, here's one of the situations where we might have to use a cutting torch. Okay. Alright, so we got our rectangle tube. Now, watch yourself, because if this is a Harbor Freight monkey wrench and it might break. Here it is. Okay.
Wow. Did you see
that? Okay, I think I went ahead and loosened up our balls.
He-Man.
I think we got our balls loose. Let's get underneath. I'm going to use this on the bottom. Manny's going to come up here with that and get her done. All right, take it out. Okay. Okay, we went ahead and got it off using our 2 monkey wrenches. And I just want to show everybody how big these balls and nut sacks are. I'm sorry, nuts. And we're talking big, people. We're talking big. Look at that. That thing's almost bigger than my head. Okay, so now that we got that done, the next thing we need to do is come over here, and this has dual tanks on it, so we need to remove our gas fillers off of the bed. Once that's done, then we will go ahead and manipulate our way to getting these rotted, rusted nuts and bolts off of this bed, and hopefully be able to remove the bed. Alright, so we're ready to take the bed off of the truck, but we still got to get the bed bolts off. And this is where it gets really, really tricky on these trucks. And if you look right here, there's the old rusty bolt. We got 6 of those that we got to remove. Now this is the problem with removing those, is that if we strip out the lock bolt, and I'm going to show you that what I'm talking about, it's a square bolt. If that strips out in the bed, then we will have to rely on using our cutting torch to cut the nuts off of the bolts. And I do not want to do that due to the fact that this has 2 gas tanks on it, and we just really don't want to be using cutting torch on this if we don't need to. So let's go ahead and try to get one of these off of here, and hopefully it will come off easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this 3/4 snap-on ratchet wrench, which is actually a piece of shit, and I'm going to tell you why, is because it's flat. It's not angled at any way whatsoever. So if you're going to buy some of these and you want to buy snap-on, don't get the flat ones. Get the ones that either have the wobble head on it, the swivel head, or they're angled like a regular wrench. The reason I bought these is I got them at a special deal from the snap-on dealer, or I would have never even bought them. So I very rarely ever use these things. Okay, so far so good. And normally what you would do is you'd come in here and use a impact and a socket, but by them installing this trailer hitch receiver, what happened is they blocked up the hole right here where you put the socket through, and that's probably why they have this jerry rig operation going on over here. And I will be requesting to the owner that we buy brand new bed bolts. But as you can see, it's a square head carriage bolt. Now, granted, this is a long square on it. That's a long shaft. But still, if this thing gets to where it's locked on there and it starts to spin in that square hole right there, you can see how this fits down in here. Look. Okay, do you see that? But look how loose it already is. And that should be a nice snug fit. So we will be requesting the owner buy some brand new bed bolts for this. And we're gonna hope and pray that the rest of them come off with these. Now there is 6 of these on here, and hopefully they'll come off really quick and easy. Well, we got most of the bolts off and all of the nuts, and just as I suspected, we came across a situation right here, and somebody spot welded the bolt onto the bed. And I've seen this before, and it's a pain in the ass. So what we're going to attempt to do, we're going to take my cutting wheel and try to cut the spot weld. That ain't even really a spot weld, that's called a gorilla weld. That is a junk weld. That is a slag weld. We're going to go ahead and try to, that means that that square hole that I was showing you is wobbled out. So we're going to go ahead and take our cutting wheel and our grinder and try to eliminate this weld to get these bolts out. Now, that's not the only one. There's actually 2 over here on this side and 1 over here on this side that I got to do. I'm gonna go up under there and I'm gonna hit them with a hammer and see if they pop out.
There it came. One more.
That one ain't coming out. We'll have to go to drastic measures with that one.
I think if you get like a claw hammer and pull it up, you can do it.
Okay, over here. Okay.
You can see right there where he didn't cut it all the way right there, right there. See it right there?
What?
Oh, you didn't cut it all the way on one side.
Okay, we're gonna have to go to drastic measures here. We can't, there's not enough room over there to hit it with a hammer. So I'm going to take this air chisel and bust them loose with that. Alright, so what do we got here? One more?
One more.
Shit, I can't get a hold of it. There it is. Okay. So that weld actually held for a few seconds. But if you look right here, look how rounded out that is. Can you see that? See how rounded out it is?
Yeah.
So. There we go. Okay, so here's all our bed bolts. So we will keep those, but we'll be telling the owner he needs to buy new ones. I'm going to go ahead and lift it up right here. And yeah, okay, you see that? It's loose.
Where are you showing it?
So this is what I'm going to do. I want everybody to know. If you notice on these old Chevy trucks, this is bolted. This is a bolt-on bedside. It's not welded.
Awesome.
So I am going to go ahead and take one side off at a time. And then the only thing we'll have left is the back wall and the floor, because let me show you this. On this pallet, in all this stuff, is close to $6,000 worth of sheet metal. And inside there is 2 brand new bedsides and a tailgate. So we're not going to unpack that yet, but I'm just showing this to tell you, if you're going to restore one of these old trucks and go to the extreme that this guy is, there's like $5,700 right here.
Okay, all of you just heard how much all those parts cost, and Pete is fixing to, hang on! And Pete is fixing to get himself a truck rather. If he thinks he's gonna spend that kind of money on that old piece of shit truck, he is full of crap. And divorce is in the air, so stay tuned. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I already moved the bed. I don't need your help, so
Here, take the camera then.
I'm going to go ahead and continue on removing this bedside. And this is an 8-foot truck bed.
It's a big one.
It's big.
Huge.
Now, I am getting a truck. Believe it or not, we're going to Albuquerque to get that truck.
Yeah,
And it's an 8-foot truck bed. Let's cross our fingers that mine's in better shape than this piece of
Well,
shit.
maybe you should keep that bedside to put on your bed.
Are you joking me?
You can do some body work
You're
on that.
serious, right?
You can do body work on that. That's not that
Well,
bad.
we'll see what my truck looks
I
like.
would have never replaced that bed in the first place.
Okay, we'll see what the truck looks like. Okay, get away from me. Leave me alone. Oh my God. Leave me alone. Hey, look what I just did. I moved the bed out farther. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I needed your help for.
There you go, Karen.
Okay, you can turn it off now. I think we did enough of that action.
Bye.